Quality control. A minus. A minus. I want to say quality control did an excellent job this year. First off, quality control is the main reason the Niners didn't draft Mac Jones. And some Niner fans were a little upset about that because he played pretty well. Thank me later on that one, okay? Quality control is the main reason the Niners drafted Trey Lance and not Mac Jones. I believe that sincerely. Thank me later on that one. Then, I mean, look, I did what I could to get Trey Lance a fair chance. I failed. But you can't fault me for trying. I never gave up. I kept at it every single freaking week. I questioned Kyle Shanahan in the media after games, during blowouts. Why didn't you play him? Why didn't you play him? Why didn't you play him? I tried. You can't say I dropped the ball on that one. I did my part. And then look, they started off 3-5 when Kyle Shanahan was saying, when he was hemming and hawing about Brandon Ayuk, I was the only person on the beat, in the building, whatever you want to say, who was like, this is ridiculous. Brandon Ayuk's a good player. He's not doing anything wrong. Get him the damn ball. I am the reason. Quality control is the reason that Brandon Ayuk got out of the damn dog. Not many people get out of the doghouse. Ask Trey Sermon. Ayuk got out. Why? Quality control. And then when the team was 3-5, I want to say two things applied the pressure that got the most out of Kyle Shanahan. John York showing up to practices weekly and quality control. The nonstop ridicule from quality control, I think, really had an effect. I think Kyle Shanahan needs that kind of motivation. I mean, quality control, pointing out Jimmy Garoppolo's flaws, reminding Kyle Shanahan that trying to pump up his trade value by throwing a lot was only going to worsen his trade value, that you need to cap him at 25 throws a game. That was quality control. I mean, how about putting Norman in the doghouse? Quality control. Only reason I grade myself down A- instead of an A is because I let up. I was providing the pressure. I was taking the brunt of it from the fans. Fans were like, oh, in your face. But really, I was saying, like, I'm doing this for you. Kyle needs this. He needs someone to tell him you're not good. You're blowing it. You're not as good as people say. You need to prove yourself. And all year, I was providing that service as quality control, being like, I'm not impressed. You haven't achieved anything. You got to make the playoffs. I'm going to trade you if you don't make the playoffs. You're on the hot seat. I had that sucker so hot, and some people thought I was crazy to crank the heat up to 400 degrees, but I did it, and it had great results. And then I took the pressure off right at the end. I picked the Niners to win the NFC Championship game. I said, Kyle's a changed man. There's no way he's going to give away a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter if he has one. Not this year. He's a new Kyle. He's a super Kyle. Kyle 2.0. How many times did I say if the Niners had this Kyle 2 years ago, they wouldn't have lost that Super Bowl because he would keep giving the ball to Debo. I said that. Debo got no touches in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. I said Kyle knows what to do with a second half lead. He knows how to finish out a big game. I was wrong. And you know what? It didn't help Kyle for quality control to start patting him on the back, because he has the whole organization patting him on the back. The whole organization says he's the greatest coach of all time, the smartest coach there ever was. He needs one dude in the organization being like, no, you're not. Prove yourself again today. Don't blow it today. And that's my job. They don't pay me. I've given myself that job. It seems to have the desired outcome. And I blew it. So, Jimmy choked. Kyle choked. I choked. I said, I believe in Kyle. I trust Kyle. It's not my job to trust Kyle. It's not my job to trust Kyle. It's my job to put the pressure on him. And I failed. Because I really do believe that Kyle is the kind of guy who responds to the one guy in the market being like, I think Kyle's weak. I think Kyle's overrated. I think Kyle is totally coasting off his last name. I think if Kyle's name was Kyle Banana Hands, he wouldn't be employed. He thrives off of that. What he doesn't thrive off of is everyone telling him he's great. And I fell into the chorus line. I did. And I feel really awful about that because the job wasn't over. And just because I did great for the entire regular season and the first two playoff games, it's not enough. Is it? So I really let the team down. I'm still giving myself an A minus though. I'll be back next year. They picked up my option, still paying me nothing. Problem is when Kyle goes pass happy late in the game, Jimmy only looks for his 15-yard middle pass every play. Ends up the same. Look for the defense. Yeah. Hey man, just throw a screen to Debo. Is it too hard to get the ball in the hands of your best player? Is that too hard?